In a typical game of golf, the golfer will use a putter like this for about 50% of the shots, making the putter one of the most important clubs in their golf bag. It's used to gently roll the ball over the green to drop it in the hole. They're stressful shots, and precision is key, which is why putter heads have to be machined within a millionth of an inch. The putter heads start out as 12-foot-long blocks, or billets of mild carbon steel, that get cut by a bandsaw into smaller blocks of steel, one for each putter head. Mild carbon steel is steel with a fraction of a percent of carbon mixed in to strengthen the metal, while still leaving it soft enough to be machined and shaped. This particular steel also contains some lead to give the putter a softer feel to the golfer. The lead deadens the steel's natural tendency to vibrate. So when the putter hits the ball, the impact doesn't send vibrations up the shaft and into the player's hands. The piece of steel for each putter is 2.5 inches square by a little under 5 inches long and weighs about 2.5 pounds. To turn the block into a putter head, it's machined and milled down to about 12 ounces, or a little more than the weight of a can of soda. A computer-controlled milling machine slowly shaves away the excess steel in 3 key operations. First, the mill shapes the thick angular block into the thinner, more rounded shape of the putter head. It takes 20 different carbide cutting tools, each one more precise than the last, to carve out the rounded shape. The tolerance for error in a putter head is so small, each pass of the machine removes just 5/16 of an inch of steel. If the finished head is off by just 0.02 of an inch, the weight of the putter head is changed by almost a gram. That's enough to throw off the balance between the putter head and the shaft and ruin the club. Once the initial shaping is done, nearly 2/3 of the steel block has been cut away. A worker locks the rounded head back into the machine for the next phase of milling. That adds a neck stem to the putter head so it can be attached to the shaft to make a club. The lubricant makes it hard to see what's happening. But this computer image shows what the neck stem will look like. It's extremely important to the performance of the club because the angle of the stem determines the lie of the putter. The lie is the angle of the shaft when the putter head is flat on the ground. If the lie is off, the shot will be off. The industry standard is a lie angle of 71 degrees, but custom clubs can vary by a few degrees based on the height of the golfer. Once the neck shaft is finished, the putter head is clamped into the machine one last time to shape the angle of the putter's face, known as the loft. The loft affects how much the putter face is able to kick or loft the ball into the air. Most putters have a loft angle of 3 to 4 degrees. Within that angle, the surface of the putter face has to be perfectly flat, within 1/1,000,000th of an inch. Otherwise, the shot could hook. Even this computer-controlled cutting machine can't cut within such a tiny margin of error. To solve the problem, a honeycomb pattern is machined into the face of the putter. It's an uneven surface, but the machine can mill all of the raised areas that contact the ball to exactly the same height, making the part that's actually hitting the ball perfectly flat. When all of the shaping is done, an engraving machine adds a sight line to the putter head. The sight line marks the center of balance for the entire putter. It's where the golfer should try to make contact with the ball. The finished putter head is sanded and polished on a belt sander before the engraved sight line gets a stripe of paint to make it easier to see. Then the putter head is ready to be mounted to the shaft. The shafts are made of hollow steel tubing that's cut to length and glued into the neck stem on the putter head. A rubber no-slip grip slides onto the upper part of the shaft, and the putter is finished. Unless a golfer wants a custom club. In that case, high-speed cameras can be used to measure the golfer's stroke. Minor adjustments can then be made to the neck angle and shaft to fit the club more closely to the golfer's height and style. Then it's time to hit the green. And if the putt misses, it'll be hard to blame the club.